Hello everyone, this is Doug Jankowski with the Grizzled Geek, and today I'm going to take a look at the Galactic Command System. So first thing we're going to do is take a look at the Galactic Command Interface under the Content menu. So if you hit the triangle here, click Galactic Command, you open up the Command Interface. There's a number of things here. There's a tracker for your current command experience towards the next rank. Here you can open up your command stash to open any crates you have, which we're going to do here in a little bit. You also have the various types of activities that are going to get you command experience. Actually, pretty much everything once you reach level 70, every mission of any type is going to give you some sort of command. You've got planetary missions, which are heroics and dailies. Along with the weeklies and things that go along with them. The interesting thing here is that the majority of the planets that have either dailies or heroics, you don't have to do all of the heroics or dailies present on that planet to complete the planetary mission for your command interface. So the bonus points that you're going to get for completing that mission will be achieved without finishing necessarily everything on that planet. So let's go ahead and click here and see what comes up. This will be random. So Voss will come up first. For example, here there are 4 heroics, but you can see over here that you only have to complete 3 of them to get the reward. And that reward for the planet is 450 command experience points, assuming you don't have any boosts going on. And assuming it's not the bonus for the day. If it is, those things start to multiply on there. Alright, so you can also do flashpoints and uprisings, which are group content, and you can select the difficulty here. So that's really nice. You also can select war zones and or starfighters. You can actually click on all of these. And depending on the time of day and what's going on, some will pop quicker than others will. The nice thing about this thing, I don't know who would use operations here, because much like Group Finder, you're not going to really get an operation. Well, I shouldn't say not. You are 99% not likely to get an operation this way. You need to have a group formed on the fleet or with your guild or whatever. But the nice thing about this bonus here, this is a 20% bonus, is that it has made, especially Starfighter, a lot more doable. So when Starfighter is the bonus, more people queue for Starfighter, and you're more likely to get a match. The last time this Starfighter was a bonus, I was able to queue for matches within just a couple of minutes, rather than waiting 10 minutes to an hour normally to get a Starfighter match if you don't have a team like built with your guild or whatever. Like I said, the nice thing is you can queue for multiple of these things at the same time and then just see what happens. One of my favorite things to do is to queue for various things like either the uprisings or the war zones or the starfighter, and then grab a planetary mission, go work on the planetary mission while I'm waiting for the war zone or the starfighter to pop. Down here on the bottom, you'll see the tracker for the light versus dark, which is an ongoing thing now. It's now that the event's over, this has become an ongoing struggle for control of the galaxy, I guess. So when things are on the dark side of the tracker, they'll move up until you get to level 5, and then there's a 15% bonus on all of your command experience earned, as well as on the flip side, the light side, while the dark side is winning, will get a bonus to the light side points that they earned, and vice versa. When light side is up to 5, the opposite would happen. Okay, so let's go look at a couple of other things that were instituted along with the Galactic Command System. Now, one of the big things that everybody hated was the random number generator. How things dropped. So what we're going to do here is, well, actually, before we open some crates, let's look at a couple of things that were made, some changes that were made. So if we go to inventory, click on currency, you can see now that we earn command tokens. So command tokens are something that you get out of each of your command crates as you level, and these can be spent to combine with either, with unassembled equipment. So you're going to, components is one thing that drops from PvP that can be used to purchase unassembled items, or those unassembled items can drop from an operation. You then combine those with command tokens and you can buy specific gear. So for example, you can see that I have 4 items that have the item set bonus. I have not had a chance to get the other, the boots, the gloves, or the bracers. So if I got tired of waiting for those to drop from a command crate, or one of these command crates from whatever tier you happen to be, I could instead go on an operation that drops that specific gear and then use command points to buy, and hope to win the roll to get whatever that piece of gear is, and then use command tokens to turn in that unequipped, or unassembled item into the real item. It becomes vastly more complicated with the PvP. I'm not really necessarily all that happy with how they did the PvP one, but they did want to make it so that the operations had a bigger payoff than the PvP did. The larger multi-point or multi-group items would be, or operations would be easier to get that stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what comes in the crates when you get them. I should point out here, you can buy with these command points, you can buy boosts. There are boosts available in the cartel market. They give you a 25% boost to the command experience you earn. These give you a 15% bonus, and there is now added on a legacy unlock that adds up to a 10% bonus if you unlock them all. So you can, in-game, for command, for credits on the legacy track, and then for command tokens, you can get that 25% bonus that previously you could only get by buying in the cartel market for, I believe it was, these are on sale now for $600 because you can get them so easily otherwise. They were $200 or $800 for, they were on sale for the longest time for $800 for a pack of 5. So I think this is a better alternative, so that's nice. Okay, so first off, I'm going to open some of the crates from Warzones. So this didn't luck out there, just got a couple of stims and healing packs. Here I got some refined isotope stabilizer, which will be used to craft high-level mods and enhancements and armorings. And then for the weekly, those almost always will drop different things. So you got the Void Matter Catalyst, which is another one of those things. And we've got 234 enhancement drop. So that's nice. And another 234 enhancement. So at tier 2, these packs will drop level 40 or enhancement 48. So item rating 234 recipes here, or schematics, they're called here. Okay, so there's those. So I'll hand those off to my crafters who can make those and see what we can do with those. All right, let's go ahead and open some command crates and see what we get. All right, so you will see when you get these command crates, they will have various schematics in here. Usually these are for static bonus items. They are not going to be for schematics for mods or armorings or enhancements. So depending on whether or not you wanted to use these to equip your alts, you could pick these up and make a double-bladed lightsaber in this case. We've jumped up a little here. The 232s is what's dropping out of the greens. But again, that's not going to give me much over what I currently have. Then we have just a vanity item, or just for looks here. And then we will also get some sort of reputation trophy. These will mostly come from things that are dailies anyways. So I typically have them already maxed out, so I don't need them. So you can choose to disintegrate these to get bonus command experience. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's open up another pack. The command tokens drop out of every one of these. So again, kind of a crappy drop. We've got another schematic for a helmet, just an empty lightsaber, and a 234 adept package. It's not that great of jump over what I have, so we'll keep trying. I'd rather have the experience at this point, so we're going to go ahead and disintegrate that. I will keep the scrap. I like using that. Oh, veteran infantry. Let's see what this looks like. Looks like a lot of other infantry helmets that you can get other ways. This is better. I have the set item bonus for that though, so I'm not going to do that. So let's go ahead and just disintegrate it and open the last one. So there we go. We've opened we've opened 4 packs and really got nothing of any note dropped. So I still think that there's a legitimate gripe out there for the random number generator and how unimpressive it is what drops from those. I know some people who've gotten very lucky, and within 50 levels they got all their set item bonus items. I am at currently, I believe, level 95, and I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. I did get a 5th one. It was a double on the pants, but nonetheless, so it's not a great drop rate. So that is, I think, a legitimate beef that a lot of people have with this system. Now, I agree with the drop rates on gear and how those are not it's not the best system for that. They have stated that they're going to work to continue to improve it. They have made some changes. There's talk about before the next expansion, the 5.2 that will come out at the end of March, early April, that they're going to run they were a little unclear as to what exactly it would be, but the hint was it might be double command experience for a while, maybe a couple of weeks, to get us ready for the next expansion. And they're going to keep doing other things, they said, to continue to toy with the system. I don't hate the system. I know a lot of people do, and I think those are people who primarily did operations, and they have enough time that they would have done enough operations to fully gear themselves by this point in time, and they have not, or it took a lot more effort than it would have otherwise, and I understand that. I have largely been a solo and small group player, and I don't even do war zones all that much. I do them a lot more now, but I didn't do tons of it before. So I like that this gives people who don't do that large group content a way to get better gear. Because if you remember the last couple of expansions where the cap was level 65, even doing what would now be called Master Mode flashpoints, you were going to get 216 gear. You weren't even going to get 220, the highest you could buy with your Radiant comms. Now you can. Now you can get that dropping from a crate. It may not be likely, although you saw I did get a couple of ones that were the max for the tier I was at, the 234s. So they're not. It's not a horrible drop rate for people who were used to not doing the operations. But I understand where the people from the operations are going. Well, this is, that's the overview of where we are at the command, the Galactic Command System now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tack on a little bit of a update onto this review of the Galactic Command System to reflect the event that I talked about earlier in this video. There's now the 250 experience bonus going on. That's to both CXP and to regular XP as we prepare for the next expansion, or mini expansion 5.2. And a couple of the things that they said they were going to institute have taken place. One is obviously the 250% increase, which makes a total of 350%, or 3.5 times what you were making before. So you can see I went from level 95 to level 225 in the space of just over a month and a half. So it's made earning experience quite a bit quicker. They've also upped the individual experience for flashpoints separate from the increase, the event increase. So flashpoints have been permanently increased because that was one of the areas that was very low, and because of the amount of time that a flashpoint took, it really wasn't worth doing them if your main goal was to just maximize your CXP gain. So I'm glad they did that, because I really like doing flashpoints. They pop a lot quicker nowadays because people are seeing that benefit that they from the increased experience. Now, one thing they have not yet implemented, which I'm not sure if it's going to happen before the 5.2 expansion. They had discussed it on their last Twitch live stream, but it's kind of in nebulous no man's land right now, and that is making the unassembled components bound to legacy rather than per character. That meaning you don't have to go and do war zones, PvP or Starfighter with each individual character, and able to build these up and be able to go and buy those unassembled items that you would get dropped from, that would otherwise be dropped from operations. So we'll keep an eye out, see if that actually does come to pass or not, but right now it has not been implemented. So that's where we're at. Again, if you found this information useful, or you have some more information, some questions, whatever, please comment below. Let me know what you thought. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to get updates on when I post new videos. I'm trying to be consistent with getting those out every Thursday. Anyways, I appreciate your support, and may the Force be with you. You guys have fun playing Star Wars.